Throughout history, humanity has made countless discoveries that have shaped the world we live in today. Our understanding of the past has been shaped by these discoveries that archaeologists, historians, and researchers have made over the years. They have shed light on our origins, our cultures, and the way we have evolved as a species. Join us on a journey through time as we explore the incredible finds that have revealed the secrets of our past, from the world's oldest amputated limb to an ancient bone flute. Here's a rundown of the 15 most amazing historical discoveries. Number 15, world's oldest limb amputation. Number 15 on our list is an artifact that's believed to be proof of one of the world's earliest amputations, and it takes us to Borneo almost 31,000 years ago. A group of archaeologists and paleontologists from Australia and Indonesia have been studying the stone age skeletal remains of a young person found in East Kalimantan, Indonesia. Dr. Tim Maloney from Griffith University oversaw the archaeological excavation in Borneo. Initially, they believed they had uncovered the earliest deliberate human burial in Southeast Asia. However, they soon realized that the bones and foot were missing, and upon examining the remains in detail, they discovered something much more significant for the history of medicine. The subject was missing their tibia and fibula, the two bones connecting the knee and ankle. What's remarkable is that it appears that the bones were cut off with almost surgical precision, and the person continued to survive for 6 to 9 years after the operation. The research published in the journal entitled Nature explains that the experts couldn't determine the gender of the skeleton. However, they believed the surgery was performed during childhood, possibly between the ages of 10 and 14. This finding is of immense importance because previously the earliest recorded amputation was thought to have occurred 7,000 years ago in France. The study shows that prehistoric groups in tropical Asia had advanced medical knowledge thousands of years before we initially thought. This discovery was truly groundbreaking. Before we go on, like this video and subscribe with notifications, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the weekend. Number 14, underground garage. A group of archaeologists in Luoyang, China, discovered an underground garage in April 2021 that contained chariots. Among other relics, the discovery was made in 2019 during a construction project in the city. The garage was found beneath the construction site and is believed to have been used to store and repair chariots during the Eastern Zhou Dynasty, a period from 770 to 256 BC. The garage is estimated to be around 2000 years old, and some speculate that they were built for the use of an aristocrat. In the afterlife, the millennia-old chariot, along with 5 other chariots, are said to be in excellent condition, with some still having their wheels. There were also 12 horse skeletons found. With the chariots, the garage also contained a variety of weapons, including swords, spears, and battle axes. The discovery of the underground garage in Luoyang, China, is considered a significant archaeological find as it sheds light on the military and cultural history of the region during the Eastern Zhou Dynasty. Number 13, first sentence ever written. A lice comb found at an Israeli excavation site in 2017 has been identified as an artifact containing the oldest known sentence written using an alphabet. Although the letters had been nearly washed away by time, archaeologists were able to determine that it was written in the early Canaanite script, made up of 17 letters. The inscription, which is believed to be around 4000 years old, reads, "May this tusk root out the lice of the hair and the beard." The discovery is a landmark in human history, providing direct evidence of the use of the Canaanite alphabet in everyday life. Professor Yosef Garfinkel from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, who directed the excavation, noted that the artifact is significant because it shows the use of the Canaanite alphabet in practical and mundane applications. Previously, only a few letters or words had been found, severely limiting the ability of researchers to gain insight into the lives of the Canaanites. The comb was found in the city's palace and temple district, indicating that perhaps only the wealthy were able to read and write. The artifact also suggests that international trade was thriving, as there were no elephants in Canaan and therefore no ivory. Garfinkel added that the comb's inscription reveals a common human experience, reminding us that people haven't changed much over the centuries. Despite the artifact's small size and humble purpose, its significance is immense, providing a unique glimpse into the history of human writing and its evolution. Number 12. Psychedelic beer. Looks like our ancestors from Peru partied like our folks in the 60s in modern-day Peru. Evidence has been found suggesting that beer mixed with hallucinogenic drugs was consumed by ancient people. The warrior empire, which thrived in the region between 600 and 1000 AD, had a population of people who consumed chicha, a beer-like drink made from the drupes of local mole trees. Researchers have found that the warriors combined chicha with psychotropic seeds from the vilca tree to produce a potent hallucinogenic beverage. The use of the vilca seeds, which contains a psychedelic compound similar to DMT, was reportedly a staple of intimate feasts that helped reinforce elite positions in the Wari Empire. Historians believe that mixing the seeds with beer was a way to share the drug with a larger population, thus enhancing social cohesion. This practice may have helped the empire maintain its rule for around 400 years. The Waris were not the first to use psychotropic plants. The jungles of Central and South America have long been abundant with psychedelic flora. Vilca seeds were used by shamans in various rituals to access spiritual realms. Today, the seeds are still used for cleansing rituals and parties. The Waris' use of chicha mixed with vilca seeds is reminiscent of the counterculture movement of the 1960s. Just like the hippies, the Waris believed that consuming hallucinogens was a way to foster social relationships and promote peace. As one historian noted, the warriors' use of chicha mixed with vilca seeds helped reinforce the idea that people don't really change and that the desire to get high and socialize is a timeless human trait. Number 11. Discoveries from ancient poop. Lice combs in an amputee's remains is one thing, but who knew that feces can give us a lot of valuable insight in their quest for answers? The scientists studying the Durrington Wall settlement took an unusual approach and analyzed ancient feces dating back 500 years. This fecal matter is shedding new light on the ritual celebrations that took place during the construction of Stonehenge. Durrington Walls was a sizable Neolithic settlement that is thought to have been home to the people who built Stonehenge. The Cambridge University archaeologist who organized the excavation believed that the settlement was built around the same time as the second stage of the monument's construction, which saw the erection of two massive vertical stones, supporting a third horizontal one. During the excavation, the researchers unearthed 19 pieces of partially fossilized fecal matter or coprolites from the prehistoric settlement. The study of the coprolites was published in the peer-reviewed journal Parasitology. The findings revealed that the workers consumed raw animal organs during their time at the site of the 5 fecal samples that contain parasitic worm eggs. 1 belonged to a human and 4 belong to the dogs. This is the earliest evidence of intestinal parasites in the UK. The researchers also found over 38,000 animal bones at the site, with 90 of them belonging to pigs and 10 to cattle. Experts believe that the parasites most likely came from the cows. Number 10. Ancient drinking straws. Let's go back to the party scene of ancient times. Thousands of years ago, humans like to party, a fact often overlooked. From a cave in Israel used to store fermented drinks 13,000 years ago to the ancient empire that served beer at feast. It's clear that many societies loved beer. However, new evidence suggests that beer parties may have also inspired the creation of the oldest known straws on Earth. A group of archaeologists in the Caucasus Mountains were excavating a burial mound that had a tomb in 1897. That's where they first learned about the straws. The most significant individual was kept in the largest compartment where they were interred, with elaborate costumes, numerous beads, ceramics, utensils, and weapons placed along the walls. The team discovered 3-foot-long silver and gold tubes. To the right of the skeleton, there were a total of 8 tubes that dated back 5,000 years. The miniature bull figurines that were affixed to some of the tubes initially led the archaeologists to believe that they were receptors or perhaps poles used to support a canopy. But one archaeologist remembered that the Sumerians drank beer from straws with built-in metal strainers. This filtered out debris and impurities. His theory was later proven as the tubes contained granules of barley starch. The new findings suggest that the straws were used for drinking beer during feast and celebrations, with the metal filters helping to remove any impurities from the beverage. Beer was not just a drink. For these ancient societies, it was also an essential part of their celebrations. For instance, Bronze Age Egyptians built factories to brew beer, and new evidence suggests that the warrior empire in the Americas, which predates the Incas, served beer at feasts despite being from different regions and time periods. All these societies had one thing in common: they liked to party. Number 9. Mummy embalming tools. The largest find of its kind ever has been discovered in Abusa, Egypt, giving insight into what a lavish funeral looked like for ancient Egyptians who lived about 2,600 years ago. The discovery was made by the Institute of Egyptology at Charles University in Prague as they excavated the site, located 30 kilometers from the pyramids of Giza. Over the last 3 decades, among the findings were around 370 ceramic jars, some of which carried heads to represent sacred animal deities. These vessels contained residues of various materials and utensils used in the mummification process, which could provide unprecedented insight into the process. Mummification was a ghastly procedure, and it was done with the help of various specialized tools. The process involved deliberately drawing and embalming the deceased, which required removing the brain and organs as well as moisture from the body. This was done with the aid of chemicals or natural preservatives. The body was then stuffed and wrapped, and a mask was placed on the face. The mummy was then painted and adorned with amulets. This process was reserved for the highest nobility, but it sometimes occurred naturally, such as in the case of the best preserved mummy of Otzi the Iceman. The importance of this discovery lies in the fact that while hundreds of mummies have been discovered, our understanding of the process itself still has many gaps. Number 8, oldest human cemetery. In 2017, the world's oldest human cemetery of Homo sapiens was discovered in Mountain Earhood, Morocco, dating back to the Middle Stone Age around 300,000 years ago. The site is a limestone cave located at an elevation of 562 meters, which was first discovered in the 1960s. While mining for barite, a miner reportedly found a skull embedded in the rock, which was given to an engineer who kept it as a souvenir before eventually giving it to the University of Rabat. Thousands of artifacts, including tools and animal remains, were discovered in the cave over the following decades. This discovery challenges the previous theory that Homo sapiens originated in East Africa as the oldest fossils were found there. Instead, it suggests that we originated in North Africa. The remains found in the cave were determined to be Homo sapiens, making them the oldest known fossils of humans on the African continent. The discovery also included stone tools, becoming the earliest evidence of tool use by humans. The remains were close related to each other, indicating that they were most likely a family. These people would have lived a hunter-gatherer lifestyle and would have shared the continent with other hominin species such as Neanderthals. Some of the remains show evidence of intentional burial, such as being placed in a specific position or covered with ochre. It's amazing to think that this family, who lived so long ago, could have such an impact on our understanding of human evolution today. Number 7, first human hybrid in 2010. Scientists made a significant discovery when they found a girl's pinky in Siberia's Denisova cave. After conducting DNA sequencing, they realized that a new type of human had been uncovered, and they were named the Denisovans. However, this was just the beginning of a remarkable journey. The Denisovans are known only from fragmentary fossils. When the fossils were discovered, they were initially thought to belong to Neanderthals. However, subsequent genetic analysis revealed that they belonged to a previously unknown hominin group. This genetic evidence suggests that the Denisovans were a distinct group from both Neanderthals and modern humans. They are believed to have diverged from the common ancestors of Neanderthals and modern humans around 600,000 years ago. The Denisova cave proved to be very distinctive. It is the only cave where we have found a human hybrid and where at least 3 different human species have coexisted. The cave itself is stunning, rising over the Anhui River and including a number of chambers and a natural opening that resembles a chimney at the top while the Denisovan girl was alive. The valley beneath it would have been packed with wildlife, including bears, deer, and smaller animals, as well as now extinct woolly rhinos and mammoths. Due to DNA degradation over time, the Denisovans left almost no trace behind. However, the Denisova cave was crucial because it provided a perfect climate for DNA preservation over millennia. The discovery was an astonishing revelation, as scientists found that the girl, affectionately referred to as Denny, had a Neanderthal mother and a Denise even father. The hybrid DNA is now known as Denisova 11. These hybrids interbred with both Neanderthals and modern humans. Genetic studies have found evidence of Denisov and DNA in modern humans from Asia, Australia, and Melanesia, suggesting that these groups interbred with Denisovans at some point in the past. The physical appearance of the Denisovans is not well known as the fossil remains are fragmentary. However, genetic analysis suggests that they may have had adaptations to high altitude environments, because modern Tibetans and Sherpas have inherited a variant of the IPAS1 gene from Denisovans. This gene helps them cope with low oxygen levels. The complexity of human history keeps unfolding with new discoveries such as this. Number 6, tablet Plimpton 322. One of the most significant discoveries in the history of mathematics is tablet Plimpton 322, which is not as well known as Pythagoras. This Babylonian tablet, considered the most advanced mathematical document from ancient times, was discovered in Iraq during the early 1900s. It's also the oldest known mathematical document in the world, dating back to approximately 1800 BCE. Archaeologist Edgar Banks, who was known as the original Indiana Jones, made the discovery. He sent the tablets to an antique collector named Plimpton, who later donated them to Columbia University. However, it took experts 15 years to realize that the tablet contained Pythagorean triples and has since become one of the most extensively studied artifacts from ancient times. The tablet, which is written in cuneiform script and consists of 4 columns and 15 rows of numbers, includes a variety of Pythagorean triples. These sets of 3 numbers can represent the sides of a right triangle. It is believed that the Babylonians used it to solve problems relating to surveying, construction, and engineering, serving as an ancient cheat sheet. Currently, the tablet is on display at the Rare Book and Manuscript Library in New York City's Columbia University. This discovery has shown that the Mesopotamians had a deeper understanding of mathematical principles than previously believed, particularly in regards to Pythagorean triples. Number 5, the African Stonehenge, possibly the oldest man-made structure in the world. The African Stonehenge, or Adam's calendar, is believed to be more than 75,000 years old, surpassing the age of Stonehenge and the pyramids at Giza. This standing stone circle with a diameter of about 30 meters has been found to have various astronomical alignments. Adam's calendar is not only the oldest, but also probably the only megalithic stone calendar that still functions perfectly in South Africa. Thousands of stone circle ruins have been discovered scattered throughout the mountains, and the number seems to be increasing. While Stonehenge is renowned worldwide, the most famous among the ruins in South Africa is Adam's calendar, which African elders refer to as the birthplace of the sun. The ruins consist of 2 large stones at the center, surrounded by a circle of other stones that align with the sun on specific days, such as the summer and winter solstices. When the sun rises on these days, a particular shadow is cast on the center stones, slowly rising up before it sets. In the evening, English explorer Theodore Bent first estimated the number of these ruins to be about 4,000 in 1891. By 1974, the estimate had risen to 20,000, and today experts believe that there may be up to 100,000 of these ruins. The fact that such a relic still serves its intended purpose after thousands of years since it was constructed is incredible. Number 4, full-color mummies at the Gaza excavation site in Fayum, Egypt. Archaeologists have made a remarkable discovery that surpasses anything seen. From the ancient world, even the famous Egyptian hieroglyphs, they found 2 complete portraits of Roman mummies and fragments of others, which are considered to be some of the greatest portraits of the ancient world. Scholars even compare their artistry, the portrayal of emotions, and the use of light to Rembrandt's works. These portraits are the first of their kind to be found since 1911, when 146 similar mummy portraits were discovered at a Roman cemetery by an English archaeologist. The volume, portraits named after the location of the excavation site, are believed to depict some of the wealthiest people who lived almost 2,000 years ago. These exquisite works of art would have been affordable only to the wealthy class. The art was discovered in the ruins of the ancient city of Philadelphia, which means city of brotherly love in ancient Greek. They were found approximately 75 miles southwest of modern-day Cairo. It's fascinating to imagine the people from the distant past looking back at us through these stone walls. After the discovery of these portraits, the Dark Ages followed, and it would be another 1,000 years before anything similar appeared in art again. Therefore, this find is a significant milestone in the history of art, as it offers a glimpse into the lives of the wealthiest people from ancient times. Number 3, Iron Age village beneath the remains of an ancient Roman trading town in the UK. Archaeologists recently uncovered remarkably preserved remnants of an Iron Age village. The location, known as Black Grounds due to its dark soil, yielded a wealth of artifacts spanning different periods, including over 300 Roman coins, glass vessels, and water wells. The rich history of the area was already known to experts, but the discovery was made during preparations for the construction of a new high-speed railway called HS2. The Museum of London Archaeology, or MOLA, dispatched around 80 specialists to conduct a year-long excavation of the site, which far exceeded their expectations. At least 30 roundhouses from the Iron Age settlement were discovered near a road, and during the Roman period, new roads and stone houses were constructed atop the old settlement. The Roman settlement appeared to have different sectors, including a domestic sector and areas designated for various workshops. The original inhabitants of the Iron Age village were assimilated into Romans society, a strategy frequently utilized by the Romans in expanding their empire. For many, resistance was futile. Number 2, the Ark of the Covenant. For centuries, experts and enthusiasts of archaeology have been searching for the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail of their field according to Christian and Jewish tradition. Moses constructed the Ark with his own hands and placed the Ten Commandments inside it while he was ascending Mount Sinai. The Ark was said to be made of acacia wood and covered in gold. Only high priests were allowed to touch or transport the object, as anyone else would immediately die upon contact. The second book of the Maccabees states that the Ark was hidden in a cave on Mount Nebo by Jeremiah, who locked it away. Recent reports suggest that the Ark has finally been discovered in a chapel near the Church of St. Mary of Sion in Oxum, Ethiopia, according to tradition. It was brought there by Menelik, son of King Solomon and Queen Sheba. This is a significant discovery for both archaeologists and historians, as well as for religious and cultural reasons. However, the Ark is not accessible to anyone except the designated guard, and it remains an object of great reverence and mystery. It seems that we have finally found history's most wanted artifact. Number 1. Ancient bone flute. Music has always been an alluring form of expression, but we don't usually picture humans from ancient times playing musical instruments. We imagine them living in caves and using stone tools. However, in 2008, everything changed with the discovery of the world's oldest known musical instrument, the bone flute. Made from griffin vulture bone, is estimated to be 43,000 years old and was found in a hidden cave near Ulm, Germany. The flute has 5 pierced holes and 2 V-shaped notches, and it is believed to have played a vital role in rituals or religious ceremonies. The bone flute was found together with other fragments of mammoth ivory flutes. Its full length is about 13 inches, while its width is just 3/10 of an inch. Experts believe that the mammoth ivory flutes would have been even more challenging to create. Early humans had only stone tools at that time, and crafting the flutes would have required them to first split the curved ivory along its natural grain, then hollow it out, and finally fit the halves back together while ensuring an airtight seal. The significance of the discovery of the bone flute is that music may have given early humans an evolutionary advantage over Neanderthals. By improving communication and creating stronger social bonds, music could have played a vital role in our species' survival. Even today, music remains an integral part of the human experience, and it's a universal language that transcends borders and cultures. Thanks for watching our video on the 15 most amazing historical discoveries. We hope you enjoyed learning about these fascinating artifacts and the stories behind them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content like this. Please let us know in the comments below if you have content